today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use long division and how to teach it to students, especially students in the lowest basic. One thing you should know about long division is that a lot of students do actually find it difficult to use long division method. This is because if a child is not very familiar with multiples, it might be difficult to use long division. The child can also count, but most of the time when the process is not explained properly to a child, the child can get confused. So what do you do when you're teaching long division? 58 divided by 2. This example, of course, can also be written like this: 58 over 2. Now this kind of long division, there won't be remainder. A child can easily count 58 divided by 2. If the child is very good at multiples, multiples of 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So if the child is very good at multiples, it's easy for a child to know the answer to this question. But if the child is not very good at multiples, the child can use long division. So let's see how that is done. You write 58 here and you write 2 here. Now after writing it like this, the first thing you do is to say how many times can 2 go in 5. Now I have multiples of 2 right here. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. So there is no 5 here. But the closest answer here is 4. So that means 2 go into 5 is 2 times, because 4 is 2 times 2, 4. Alright, now you multiply. When you divide, when you do 2 go into 5, 2 can go into 5 2 times. You don't need to bother yourself about the remainder. Just know how many times can it go. So 2 times 2 is 4. Alright, the 3 steps in long division is that firstly you find out how many times it can go. Secondly, you subtract, you multiply. Secondly, you multiply. And thirdly, you subtract. These are the 3 operations that you use in long division. These 3 operations are used in long division. So first step, 2 in 5 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Then the third step is to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Then you have 8 here. Of course, it doesn't mean I started from here. You can still say 8 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. Now, automatically you have a remainder here. Then you repeat the process again. You repeat the process again. 2 in 18. Now, it still depends on the child. You can now increase this multiples: 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. But let me stop here. So now I have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. So that means 2 into 18 is 9. Then 2 times 9 is 18. If I subtract, I have 0 here and I have 0 here. Good. Now I am done. The answer to my question is 29. Now here, this 2 is called the divisor. This 29 is called the quotient. The answer is called the quotient. It's called quotient. And the number you are dividing is called the dividend. Alright, so that's it. It's called the dividend. So remember, the summary of it all is, when you're using log division, knowing the multiples is a very good advantage. So you need to expose the child to multiples of numbers. Don't let the child cram it. Just let the child know how to find the multiples of numbers. If I want to find the multiples of 3, for example, I just go 3, then 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, and so on. So that when you're doing the division, you can refer to your multiples. So at one side of the book, or whatever the child is using, you can list out the multiples of the divisor. The multiples of the divisor, very important. So when you're exposing a child to long division, let the child be able to find the multiples of numbers first. Very, very important. Then, if the child is doing the division, the child should list the multiples of that particular divisor out. Let me use another example. If I am to divide, I'm to do I'm to do 150 divided by 5. I'm trying to use a very simple example. 150 divided by 5. The divisor is 5. So it should be very important for me to know the multiples of 5. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's very important to know the multiples of 5. It will make it very easy for me to do. So if I know the multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on, it will help me. 5 into 150, if that's to be for a child. Remember, this is for a child that is just learning how to use long division. So when you're teaching a child long division, it's very important that you start from the simplest part of it, just like this. So 5 into 150, you can just tell the child 5 into 15 first. From here, 5 into 15 is what? Easier. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. So you write 3. You let the child know how you pick 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3. This is the third multiple of 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. Then the child will subtract. When you subtract, this will cancel this. But there is still 0 remainder here. So you do 5 into this 0. 5 into 0 is 0. And 5 times 0 is also 0. So with that, you've gotten the solution. That means 5 into 150 is 30. That means 5 times 30 is 150. So you let the child know. Division is just like the opposite of multiplication. Multiplication is continuous addition. Division is continuous subtraction. In the next video, I'll show you how you can divide numbers that we have remainders. Thank you for watching.